A new interesting storyline narrative has been introduced for CM Punk, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with John Cena, Solo Sikoa, and more. Starting things off with John Cena. Like we recently discussed, John Cena's farewell tour has been receiving a lot of mixed reactions from the fans. Even on a recent community poll, nearly 70% of the community went as far to say the run is a flop. But the June 13th edition of SmackDown was finally a story full week for John Cena that we've been waiting for. John Cena came out to basically label himself as a genius for putting everything in place and how it all perfectly went according to plan so far. He said he announced his farewell tour 6 months in advance as a strategic move, so he could study and get a good idea for who his opponents would be during the tour. He said it was always his plan to enter the Royal Rumble and forcefully enter himself into the chamber if he lost the Rumble. He claims that he knew Seth and Punk would be too occupied with each other, meaning an easy win for him in the chamber. And for the first time basically since his heel turn took place back in March, John Cena actually acknowledged the events of Elimination Chamber and his moment with The Rock. Fans have been waiting 4 months for Cena to address this whole situation with The Rock, and we got a mini answer here. John Cena said he knew Cody Rhodes would be distracted and obsessed with The Rock, so he took that as his moment to becoming a shocking, unpredictable surprise for Cody Rhodes. Cena didn't really expand on The Rock after that, his explanation that it was just a distraction for him to blindside Cody Rhodes. John Cena went on to claim that even Backlash was also a trap, by having that match take place in Randy's hometown, just so he could unexpectedly get him by surprise and retain his title. Cena claims that even everything related to R-Truth, Ron Killings, was also orchestrated by him, how he put Truth in the main event, and how everyone took the bait. And all this has led to John Cena's new strategic approach for how he plans on setting up a trap for his match with CM Punk. With Cody, it was that sense of unexpected attack and moment. With Randy, it was nostalgia, home field advantage, and false security that Cena used in order to win there. And now with CM Punk, the trap and strategy is for John Cena to expose Punk for being a hypocrite. And the whole backstory here behind John Cena's exposure of Punk being a hypocrite all stems from an old tweet from several years ago, where CM Punk was going back and forth with The Miz online and was highly critical of The Miz and WWE going to Saudi Arabia for a big premium live event, with Punk basically implying in that old tweet that he would never accept the money like that like The Miz, and he would never be at that event. So John Cena remembered that entire messy situation, and that's why he's willing to give CM Punk a title shot, but ironically, only if it's in Saudi Arabia. Because that means if CM Punk walks down that ramp for a Saudi Arabia event, that would instantly make him a big hypocrite, because he judged The Miz all those years ago, and now in 2025, CM Punk would be doing the exact same thing that he slammed The Miz for back then. So that's the pleasure that John Cena is getting out of this entire situation. He wants to expose to the world that CM Punk is not standing by those words he said in that post from all those years ago. Punk will be heading over there and appearing at the event now that it's convenient for him to do so. So a lot of fans were questioning why wasn't John Cena versus CM Punk happening at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, and it looks like this is the reason why, to implement that Saudi Arabia narrative and old post from CM Punk into the storyline. So it was a great promo from John Cena that really highlighted the idea that he's extremely prepared for all of his opponents. He prepared well in advance for every opportunity that's coming his way, and he has a special strategy and mind game for dealing with each individual opponent. So, in this very moment of time, John Cena is definitely backing up his talk. He claims that he has this all figured out. He claims to be many steps ahead of everyone else. So, can he keep that up? Can he continue to stay ahead of everything that comes his way? And as John Cena was leaving the ring, he was attacked by Ron Killings. That was the first time Ron got his hands on John Cena since everything that went down at Saturday night's main event. And it was shortly after that where Ron Killings asked Nick Aldis for a match against John Cena that will take place on the June 20th edition of SmackDown. So just a few days before that match with CM Punk, John Cena is going to have to deal with this new side of Ron Killings that has emerged. So there's many mixed feelings about the execution of John Cena's usage in his farewell tour. But one thing that cannot really be debated here is his work ethic. The man is doing the amount of dates that he promised to do. He's making a final appearance in every major city. He has wrestled multiple times on free television this year, and he's competed at every single premium live event in 2025 as well. That's more than Roman Reigns. That's more than several other top stars. So you can't knock that part about it. But this was a great promo that showcased all these mind games that John Cena has quietly been implementing into each personal feud. And hopefully that theme does continue, because that's a unique touch there. WWE fans are on high alert for Solo Sikoa to potentially make another big addition to his group in order to replace Jacob Fatu. Ever since forcefully taking over the family in 2024, Solo Sikoa has brought in several new stars to stand by his side and join his family. Those individuals being Talla Tonga, Tonga Loa, and of course, Jacob Fatu. And that was Solo's family that stood toe-to-toe with the OG Bloodline. But with injuries taking out the Tongan brothers, and now Jacob Fatu dismissing himself from Solo Sikoa's control, Solo's entire family is now down to one individual man, and that's JC. And it's a fact that Solo's character likes having lots of muscle around him, and one guy is just not going to cut it. He's going to have to bring in someone new to not only replace Jacob Fatu, but potentially try to even surpass the impact that Jacob had in the family. And everyone is looking at Hikuleo to be that man. Hikuleo is the younger brother of the Tongan brothers, and he's been signed with WWE for a long time. There just hasn't been any movements being made to actually use him, but that all changed when Hikuleo made his debut on the main event tapings that took place in June 13th. A lot of fans think that that main event match could have been a little warm-up for him, and now his main roster debut could be literally any week now. He's the younger brother of the Tongan brothers, so that instantly creates a connection between himself and Solo Sikoa. Maybe Solo spoke with the Tongan brothers off-screen about needing them back and getting more help, and maybe they recommended their younger brother. So a lot of fans think that Solo will quickly patch up the departure of Jacob Fatu with the giant that is Hikuleo. When could this all go down? Well, interesting enough, WWE is advertising that Jacob and Solo will have a segment on the June 20th edition of SmackDown, focused around the idea of Solo giving Jacob one last chance to apologize and rejoin the family. Assuming Jacob does not fall back in line, Solo may have Hikuleo standing by, ready to make his main roster debut by taking out Jacob Fatu. That'll bring Solo Sikoa's manpower back up, and especially when the Tongan brothers return, you can argue that Solo Sikoa's family might be stronger than ever before. So exciting things coming up there for Solo's group. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.